GT Holidays, South India's #1 travel brand, presents the Galatta Plus Mega Pan-India Actors Roundtable 2025. Powered by Q&Q Pharmacy, quality healthcare at affordable price, Namma Family Group, Kanavugal Nireverumidam, and Anuj Styles, Ragavendrav Pallavidam Ovondrum Ulagattaram. Associate sponsors, Darling 2025 New Year deals, latest smartphones at lowest EMI, and Jensen & Nicholson Paints, Italian designer finishes from Jensen & Nicholson Paints. Hospitality partner, Somerset Greenways, Chennai at Broken Bridge Cafe. Hello everyone, thank you for being here at the Actors Roundtable. I just wanted to start with this question. Many actors complain about loss of privacy. I became an actor, I can't, do this, do that. But then Shah Rukh Khan said something, I don't want to have pav bhaji at chapati. I'm very happy being a star. I love what comes with it. And I appreciate working very hard for it. Anyone has thoughts on that?
That's his statement.
That's his statement. Yeah, but
also you started with saying actor and then you talking about star.
I mean, okay, yeah.
Lack of privacy.
Right. So, what do you think about that? Do you enjoy,
Sir, that's his statement, sir.
So I'm asking how
that's a Shah Rukh Khan. I may have something else. Okay.
Perception of privacy is different.
Sir, today I want to have a pani puri in the street, sir. Tomorrow I may feel like eat a pani puri in Star Hotel, but it's choice ours.
Yeah.
And it doesn't need to be always same. Okay. Today it is not that every day I want to eat a pani puri on the street.
Right.
One day I may want to eat in a Star Hotel or normal hotel. I may want to eat a chapati there or anything, but it is choice.
It's a choice.
It is not always constant. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
It also depends on let's say when I was younger, it was, I didn't anticipate. Nobody told me this is how life is going to be. So, accidentally I came into this thing. So then I thought that invasion of privacy was a big loss for me. I didn't realize what was in store, right? But now I've learned to, as you grow, you learn to embrace it, adapt it, and reconcile to the fact that if you're going to be doing this, then this is the price that you have to pay. If it is the price that you have to pay, some people enjoy it also. So it depends on each person, I guess.
So I've done a lot of odd works before becoming an actor. So I just felt that there is something that I like to keep acting as a profession that I'm doing, and I like to keep it as normal it should be. Like Sir said, if I sometimes feel like feeling myself like a star, so I felicitate myself with a lot of things, and then I feel like the normal life is equally good. So I try not to complicate things.
Okay. You are recognized everywhere.
That's fine for me if that is the price to pay, because I know the perks of being known. I wouldn't say a star, and I'm actually a very private person, and I'm capable of being alone in the crowd too. So it doesn't matter to me. And if I want to eat a dosa in Sarvana Bhavan, I'll walk up.
Yeah.
And maybe they'll say hi. And I don't think people have that much of time for you. It's that you put it to your brain and say everybody is looking at you. You go with 10 people, bouncers, they're bound to look at you. You go simple, they'll say, hi, please, yeah, chalo, vanda. They know, they are lovely people. That's the love they have. And I'm fine with it.
Actually, you can do both, like what he's saying. If you feel like eating pani puri on the
That's what
streets,
he
you go
said.
have
So,
pani puri on
yeah,
the streets.
yeah.
So Shah Rukh sir, what he's saying is about poverty and being affording to have a rich life. And I don't think that comes under the text of poverty. And it's his way of.
Yeah, no. So his way of looking at it is because a lot of people say, I lose my privacy.
In which context he said?
No, his context is basically this. He said a lot of people basically say, they lose, oh my God, everybody, when I go to an airport, they ask me for a photo, this, that. But he says, I enjoy that. I like that.
That's what I'm saying. Now, I say it in Tamil, okay?
Yes, please.
இதில் வந்து சார் அவருக்கு நார்மலாக இருக்க வாழ்க்கையை மிஸ் பண்ணுறேன்னு கேட்கும்போது நான் ஸ்டாராக இருக்க வாழ்க்கை எனக்கும் ஸ்டாராக இருக்க வாழ்க்கை பிடிச்சிருக்கு. அதில் நான் நார்மலாக வாழ மாட்டேன்னு அர்த்தம் இல்லைன்னு சொல்லுவார். எனக்கு நான் இந்த இடத்துக்கு கஷ்டப்பட்டு வந்திருக்கேன், பிடிச்சி வந்திருக்கேன். நான் இப்போ சார் மாதிரி ஆக்சிடெண்ட்டில் வரல, நான் ரொம்ப கஷ்டப்பட்டு புரிஞ்சுக்கு வந்திருக்கேன். இல்லை நான் ஒரு நீங்கள் எக்ஸ்பிரஷன் கொடுத்தா மாறுது. உங்களுக்கு புரிஞ்சு நான் பிடிச்சி வந்திருக்க போது எனக்கு இந்த லைஃப் பிடிச்சிருக்கு. ஆனால் இங்கே இருக்கிறதுனால அங்கே இருக்கிற நார்மல் லைஃப் வந்து எனக்கு பிடிச்சனா அதையும் வாழ்வேன், எனக்கு அது பிடிச்சிருக்குன்னு சொல்லுவார். எனக்கு இதனால இதுதான் அப்படின்னு கிடையாது. எனக்கு ஸ்டாராக பிடிச்சிருக்கு, எனக்கு பீப்புள் அட்டென்ஷன் பிடிச்சிருக்கு, அதே சமயத்தில் எனக்கு க்ரௌடில் போகிறது பிடிக்கும், நார்மலாக இருக்குன்னு பிடிக்கும், என்ன எதையும் லூஸ் பண்ணலன்னு சொல்லுவார்.
And the whole thing is that if somebody feels that way, they feel that way.
feel that way.
No, but because when you're saying it also, you're saying it like somebody saying, oh, if you are, if you want to be a star, then you do complaining about
No,
us.
but there are
what I'm
people
saying
who say
is,
that.
we don't,
Sir,
no,
that
they
is
can
their
say
opinion,
it.
sir.
I respect that, I'm
so
saying.
I'm asking you what you think about it. That's all.
No, but I understand, but you're not treating both equally is what I'm saying.
yeah.
I'm saying, you're little condescending towards somebody who says,
Oh, no, I didn't mean it that way. I'm sorry. If it came across that way, I didn't mean that.
what I'm trying to say is each individual.
Sir, it's,
Like I want to be an actor, I don't want to be a star. Somebody wants to be a star, doesn't necessarily want to be an actor, or somebody wants to do both, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's individual choice. I want to do some kind of film, somebody else wants to do another kind of film.
Yeah.
I want to lead a particular lifestyle. I like going to the crowd and waving. Somebody might say that. I don't like, I'm shy, is what I might feel. So it's all, subjective and it's to be respected, I feel.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
Because-
I have a love-hate relationship with it. Actually, for years when I was working, I was not getting recognized. So I didn't like that part of my existence. I was like, my actor, but nobody's, recognizing me. I was doing films that were not widely watched or whatever. So now that, there is some attention, I enjoy it. Also, it comes with its own merits, I'm not stranded in a public place because there are people come together to make space for you. They'll give you a special table, somebody will get you a special entrance. So there is an ecosystem that is happening around you,
Right.
which I am really enjoying right now.
That you like now.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, for example, I don't like that. Not him liking
Yeah,
or disliking.
get
I
it,
really don't like
but
it.
I get it.
Like when I go, I don't want to be treated special. Like when I go to the airport, I want to stand in line. Somebody says, no, come this way. I don't like to do it.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel, I feel that's not my, it's got nothing to do with my profession. I go to work, I come back.
I would have exactly been like you, but these phone cameras everywhere and everybody's coming and asking for pictures and videos, shooting videos.
That's what, sir.
That gets me.
No,
sir,
I'm saying, so
sir,
for
it's
me,
a choice. No, it's
choice.
He's not saying that.
No.
So like for me, what I do is I prepare myself. If I go to the airport,
Yeah.
I know that this is what is going to happen. And if I'm ready for it, I take the flight. Okay, it's as simple as that.
I just barge in.
Yeah, today
Margin.
morning
They're very comfortable.
Today
Actually.
morning there were protocol guys who were doing their whole thing, and they were walking us through all of that. So I'm just very patiently waiting. Okay, they'll take our good sir goes he opens the barricade and he just walks in, and he's like, "Anta sep wait cheyadam anta ledhu eldame."
Just keep going, no?
That's all. That's all. And
So I think I enjoy it when I get it. So I don't want to be complaining कि आप अब रोड पे बैठ के नहीं खा सकते या पी सकते. I don't think much about it. I don't like to complain about it.
Right.
कि पहले जब वहाँ थे अब इसकी ख्वाहिश थी अब वहाँ हो तो इसके बारे में बात कर रहे हो. तो wherever you are, you just do your
adjust
thing.
and kind of thing.
There's no adjusting. There's very good luxury that's offered to me.
So coming to you, you started the year with Gunturkaaram last year. Then you went on to do Satyabhama, Purushottamadu, Rayan, Utsavam, Devara, Bagheera. You manage this almost every year, like a.
He doesn't
after
have
point-
a manager, by the way.
No, but I know. But after a
He
point,
doesn't have a
does it become easy inhabiting different characters, or is it still work? Is it still a lot of work?
No. Some are. See, as an actor in this Indian scenario, you'll have to understand. Some are it is just a reflex. Some roles you just walk through.
Yeah.
Some you do your homework. Some I would have signed for knowing that this is this sort of a film. For me, it is reflex. And every work will have its homework. But probably the way I do homework is not seen now anymore. Because it's become a practice and I do it within. It happens and I can take more load.
You can take more work.
More load. And moreover, for me, cinema is not 100% for me. Cinema is only 9% in my life. I have 95% other things to do. So I don't take cinema, my work seriously at all. It's just a walkthrough to me. I have so many other things. There's so many facets. So I'm too rich within, thinking about that. So I just walk through. I'm
Right.
fine.
So when you say you don't take it seriously, what do you?
Why should you take anything seriously?
No, as in, but when you're on set and you're learning your lines and you're getting into a role, that you take seriously.
And that's my job, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll not show off that I'm doing this much.
Okay, it's not like, I'm doing so much.
Not necessary. And probably with the body of work and with the experience, with a lot of exposures to different language or literature, different directors, different these things, it is now adapted to it.
Right.
Probably for a newcomer, it would be not be able to. That's because he has not done that much of body of work and exposure. Yeah.
Right. So again, to continue with that, because you've been around for so long, how often do you truly get a role that you say, "Wow, this is something new"?
It comes once in a way. It is not every day's job.
maybe once a year.
Once in a year, or sometimes twice a year, thrice a year. It happens. It's like suddenly if I'm doing, and if I do Power Kadagal with Vetrimaran, which is just a 40-minute film, there's something totally different which is happening. Suddenly I may get a Tiruchitrambalam, but I'll be doing a Bhagira. I can do 2 shifts like that. I don't know, that switch on, switch off happens to me. And it's because of the practice, because of the techniques as an actor I have learned. It's just techniques. Certain tools which I have probably been easier for me to work like that. It's totally different to work in a Mani's film, totally different for a Vetrimaran film, a Telugu commercial film is different. So I basically go empty and see why have they called me, what story they want to tell. And first I would like to be that color in a painting, because an actor can just be one of the colors in a painting. He can't be a painting. But then you need to understand that in that, if you can bring what you can bring to the table with your experience, with your perception, then there is a discussion. The director okays it fine. Sometimes he doesn't okay it since he is the master. I'll do his way. But I need that space to talk it out. Hota hai.
Right.
And luckily, most of the time, because of the body of work I have done, they trust me. They let me go. Probably other actors may not have that chance, They let us go.
Right.
Saying that, no, this guy is experienced, he is doing something, and they find something.
Right.
It's a little easy for me.
Yeah, a question for all of you again. Now, everyone has had a different kind of start in this profession, right? For example, Arvind, you were discovered in a television commercial, so that accidentally came in and did the rest of your thing. You were working somewhere else, and then you said, okay, let me be here, and then you went to a theatre troupe, and then you had your short films, and that was your journey. Now, everyone had a different journey. At what point did you feel, okay, listen, I have arrived, my struggle is over, now I can breathe easy, I don't have to struggle anymore, I know people know me now, so I'm good. At what point did that happen for all of you?
I didn't think of it like that.
Okay.
So
That was never a consideration?
no. I just came in to act. I came in for an audition.
I should never called you for this table. You have all these very different answers.
Because my experience is different.
I
That's
know.
what I'm
I'm kidding.
I came for an audition. They said, come for shoot. I went for shoot. I just went because I was open to explore something. That's all it was. So when I went there, I was really fascinated by what they were doing because I didn't understand a lot of those things. So I wanted to understand. So the quest for learning is what kept me going. And so learning doesn't happen in one film. It just, you're continuously discovering something about yourself, about the craft, about filmmaking. So that was what was interesting for me. Not about people saying, oh, you've arrived or you... No, so for me, it was not like that. That's
right. So let me just clarify that again. When I say arrived, I mean that for many people, unlike you,
I understand.
This is a profession.
I understand.
So at what point did you feel that, listen, okay, I've arrived in the sense that not that I'm famous, super famous, not like that, not like I'm a star, but okay, now I don't have to go knocking doors. People know me, they know my work, so now work will come to me.
I'll say that a little differently from my perspective. Right. So it is not about me knocking doors. If it doesn't come, it doesn't come. It is like that. But I'm saying maybe during the shoot of Bombay is when I thought, okay, you know what? I have learned quite a bit now and I'm able to improvise or innovate or I'm able to instinctively know certain things about my craft or whatever. Maybe around Bombay time for me.
Time? Yeah.
So I did, I think first 3 years of my career was mostly doing whatever I used to get. I think it was my work with Mr. Laljo sir that I did a movie called Vikramadityan. At that point of time, I actually convinced him that, I can continue as an actor because there was times during the shoot that I was making sure that he would cast someone else in my place. I was having a very dicey mindset because I just felt that even though I've done films and every time people would address me as an actor, there was this very, some sense of discomfort because all the definition that I've been hearing and all the great work that I've been seeing around, I was not able to see myself having done any of that. Or neither I was getting recognized in a certain way. Post Vikramadityan is where I felt that this is somewhere I can continue myself as an actor because the kind of work and the way cinema was functioning, a sense of security started happening when I started producing my own films because My first film, I managed to get the national awards for Mepadiyan, and for the first time, I felt that for some reason, I've been able to maintain a quality, the kind of cinema that I want to associate with. So that is from post 2018-19, post COVID, when actually the entire movie industry was put to a halt, and I could sit through my work and analyze like what could have been better. This is the sense of confidence that I got doing number of works over and over on time, and also trying to understand myself as an individual, because when there is a sense of confidence that you get when you understand your strengths and also openly agree upon the weakness that I carry as an actor or as an individual. Because a lot of things happen. I've had the opportunity to work with sir, and there were interactions which I had, and then I've never had an interaction because it is also very important to work with quality actors to learn something, because I don't come from a school which taught me that these are the knacks that you can do, and I understood it. Acting to a point is all about, I heard him saying that my experience taught me a lot of things, and there's a way that I can move through. So there's a knack that subconscious mind creates. So there is a lot of experience that builds up. If I could have had opportunity to work with, see some actors get not that I have not worked with, but my experience have been less. I had to learn over and over and again. Post COVID was fantastic for me, because it just allowed me to gain confidence about, okay, I've survived for all these years and I can do, and getting into production and designing my kind of cinema, the kind of cinema that I want to associate with, coming down to Marco itself. So it was just plan A, B, C, D, and knowing the fact that this career is going the way I want it. So all that kind of helped me to control your nerves. So I am very overwhelmed sitting here. Vijay Sethupathi is having coffee, and I'm like, I'm being a big fan. So just the fact that to control your nerves is very important, and yeah, all of that kind of answers your question, wherein how do you feel about it? Yeah.
For them as well.
No.
Just
He just love me.
No, I
We'll continue.
I'm scared of you, sir. You do that, sir. உங்க வீட்டு கூப்பிட்டு வச்சு saving, sir. He just call me to his home and then he just teach me like 2-3 hours. He'll teach me for, just call me and we have a drink, and then he will teach me for 2-3 hours, sir. Then, every time. Some days till morning, sir. He'll just teach me. Then he'll send me back.
He has a knack for it. Even now he was teasing. He's like, my daughter tells me that you are a fashion icon and all.
See,
I swear she says, I'm not teasing you. I saw
But you
pictures.
told me the last time, and you're telling me again this time.
I'm telling
Why
for
are you
him.
telling me again?
His
Why
sake,
are you
I'm
falling
telling.
for the trap again?
No, I
Why are
swear.
you bringing it up again?
Because you are a fashion icon.
But
Because
why do you
I have to tell
why do
him.
you have to
I have to tell my friends, who are here.
Okay.
That, because they talked about your pink lace. That's why I said. I didn't bring it up. He said.
I'm promoting.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, now continue.
No, so this is part of the
thing.
stage.
I have a. I mean. I
ಕೆಟ್ಟ ಹೊತ್ತು
kind
ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ
of resonate.
you got, see,
Tell.
Yeah.
You kind of
No,
resonate.
I'm saying he's shouting at me like as though I use some bad language or something.
no,
And I said such
I'm not
nice things
shouting.
about you.
I'm not
Right.
shouting at all.
So you were going to say something.
So I kind of resonated with what Unni said. Just few years I'd spent not getting what I thought I wanted to do, not having the roles that I wanted to do, films not being seen, films not getting released. So it was bearing down on me, and I think one moment, it's actually a very silly moment, but my film Gully Boy came out.
You're so good in it.
Huh?
You're so good in it.
Thank you so much, sir. So Bachchan Saab wrote a letter and sent it. It's the first time I've actually received such a giant bouquet with a handwritten note, with a nice ink pen and a beautiful handwriting signed by Mr. Bachchan. I read it and I was very overwhelmed. Yes, a gesture like that has never happened in my life. And I remember somebody in the interview, the next day I had some interview, and somebody asked me, what did you think when you got the letter from him? I said, I first thought came is me, कल से audition नहीं दूंगा. I'll stop auditioning now. Mr. Bachchan likes my work. Why do I have to go and prove it to every casting director that I'm good? So I think that was a significant moment.
That was a big moment for
Yeah,
you.
it was a
So
big moment.
what about you?
sir,
Don't say working with me. Say something else.
Yeah, and working with Mr. Arvind Swamy is also a
So he's appreciating you, sir.
very significant moment.
Yeah.
Sir, actually, I never had that security in my mind, sir.
Never?
I never
Not
had.
even now?
Not even now, sir. I don't know. Because when I taste success, when people started shouting when they see my face, I thought, okay, people like accept okay. But still, I always commit 7-8 films in my career. So because I never, even the film is also good, I never depend on any success or anything. Because I always have that fear. And then it is not from the outside, it's from the inside. Because what I know about my character and my career and then how others are doing. When I see actors like, see, everybody, but I respect both of them very much. When I see their work now, I feel very insecure. And what was running in their mind? How can they do it so easily? And how much they can, sir, poi sollu, sir.
Hey, now.
Sir, he's spoiling the interview, sir. Seriously.
He always does that.
You make him stand outside, sir.
Yeah,
Please.
please continue.
So I always think about it. I like to understand what is running in the actor's mind, in writer's mind, how they can come out with such a scene or such a lighting or such an expressions. What I always surprised. And then whenever I act, how far I can take this or how much I can explore in that mood or sometimes suppose say about I approach a scene in this way and my director is coming in say this way or my co-actor is approaching this way. I said, why I didn't get it? Why always there is a 360 angle approach is there. Why I'm always in one side? So where am I lagging? So I try to understand. It is not my inferiority complex. It is that I always this surprise me, this profession or this என்ன சொல்லுவாங்க வந்து ரொம்ப surprise பண்ணது இன்னொன்று வந்து it is like I don't know how to say it. It is surprise me and it is asking me a question. What do you know? What you are doing now? It is
Question பண்ணிட்டே
question. It's keep questioning me. Suppose recently he gave one political interview. I like the way he speak. Really, I loved it. How easily he's explaining. There are so much of people talking about it, but when he speaks, it is not the word how Prakash Raj sir as an actor, how he become a responsible citizen, and how he understands this situation, and how he is communicating to people like me who doesn't know anything about it. So these are things which excite me and surprise me, and that is attraction also towards this profession. So every time whenever I commit a film, I tell my director, please don't trust me, don't trust me. So I'm coming there, I keep disturb you or keep nagging you. Please give me something. Please, it is not I'm trying to prove something or I'm trying to be good or I'm trying to be no, nothing. I'm just trying to understand it. That's all.
Yeah.
In your sense.
Yeah, I like I like how you said that was a very beautiful thing you said. You said this is not coming from a place of inferiority complex. It's not a
No, actually, not just in acting. I'm saying the thing is that when you're not complacent, let's say whatever you associate as success. In my case, I said a particular movie. In his case, he said something, or in his case, he says. It's not like when you come there, you're thinking, okay, I know everything. Then you will stop growing, right? So his thing is, he's still receptive to all the. Like he's saying the director's perspective. He didn't think of the director's perspective, or he didn't think of the co-star's perspective, or he didn't think of something else. And he's questioning, why didn't I think of it like that? So as you grow, maybe you'll think more. All options, closer to all options, you'll think.
Right.
That's what I used to mean. Like for me, like same thing. When I came in fresh, money will tell me something. Like you just came running, so keep your breathing, or something very basic like that will be there, right? So in your second film, you remember that. So you're not that option is gone. You already thought of that option. Like that, like I'm working with actors or something like that. You're thinking of like what he's saying. So you keep. That's what experience and that's what techniques and whatever else that you're collecting is over a period of time. I don't go back now thinking I should have done that in that shot.
Okay.
It used to happen earlier in my career. I'll go back, I'll be thinking that shot they shot in the afternoon today, there was not much time. I wish I had more time, I would have thought of this. Nowadays it doesn't happen because over a period of time you're able to think closer to 360. I'm not saying you're perfect, but you don't miss out on certain very obvious things.
So, you know how you're right, sir. Sometimes, sometimes we can sometimes maybe if I approach on the second day or next day,
Yeah.
I may get that idea.
Yeah.
But I want to be more aware on my scene.
On that day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe because of my phone distractions or maybe anything else. I'm a very fun person in a set. I want to keep my people who are around me. I don't want them to have any tension. Okay. When I was in a junior artist, sometimes when a hero enters, the set is very tensed, which I don't want to have it in my set. So even if the lightman does something good, I appreciate him. My set department. So I call them by names. Because I want my set to be happy. I want to have that energy. I utilize that energy. So I can take it from anybody.
Yes.
Anybody. I observe people. See, not Prakash I saw Arun Sam sir interview. Ilaiyaraaja sir interview I watched. So recently Mani sir he said about Maunaragam. See, he went and watched a film somewhere and then somebody said he would have given a slap. No? And he explained very clearly. I would have discussed that matter, how receptive he is. Still now it is in his mind. And Kamal and Raja sir sitting and speaking about when they went to blind school, when they were about to make Rajabharva film and then this Guna film of that song, Parthavili. So what is the tune composed, how he composed, it is based on the character's mood, So how this mind is thinking, how from where they are getting it, how they get ideas. So the same way I try to understand that mind. That mind. It may talk about anything. It may about making a tea. That's no problem. It doesn't need to be always a great things. It can making a tea. It can cleaning a vessel. It can be anything. But I like that mind, how it is working, how it is processing it, which is more attractive, which I want to understand. So every time when I go to set, when I listen a script, that excites me, that surprise me. Sometimes I get surprised from myself. Sometimes when I see that expression, oh, I did this, okay. Because it was not my conscious thing. It just
very
happened.
organic.
It just happened. It's happened, I'm just letting it happen. In one interview I said I did 50 films, there are 50 characters living in this body. Same way there is one more character, Vijay Sethupathi also living in this character. So I see them equally only. So these characters, how they use my body, the same way this Vijay Sethupathi is also using. So it is trying to understand, and I am also getting excitement and surprise.
Lovely. I'm going to come back with that tea comment, but let me ask Sidhu what you have to say about this.
Yes, sir?
E comment.
இல்லை சார் டீ போடுறவங்கிட்ட இருந்து கூட எடுத்துக்கலாம். அதுக்காக அது ராஜா சாரோட மியூசிக்காவோ மணி சார் படமா
இல்ல சார் he said he's going to come back to that wondering what is.
நோட் பண்ணி வச்சிட்டேன் சார்.
Note பண்ணி வச்சிட்டேன்.
Yeah.
I think for me, obviously there is that one film that made me feel like, I have arrived. It definitely makes you feel like that. But I think once that you reach that moment, your definition of struggle changes after that.
Okay.
Obviously after that one film, your next film comes a little easier to you. And, there are producers who are willing to bank on you and, take you in their films and make film cinema with you basically. But I think it's a definition that keeps changing every day. Because, for example, when I met Prakash sir on the other film that we're shooting right now, I met him and then for a moment I felt like, okay, now there is a lot that I have to learn, and now again it feels like a struggle. That, okay, now how do I become that good? So constantly as you keep going forward, as you grow and as you learn more things, the definition of struggle changes. And I think it's a very fragile concept because Friday to Friday it changes. Because if one film of yours is a blockbuster, then you feel like the king of the world. But then your next film bombs, then you feel like a nobody, and then you feel like, oh, I have to start again. So, the definition of struggle keeps changing.
For me, it's totally different because I never knew I would become an actor because I come from that generation, the X generation, 60s, 70s born. We did not know what to do. So I was in my college. Then they say, you speak well, you have a good memory. For me, I was just hanging on to things.
You didn't do stage or theatre?
And then I went into stage. So stage was happening. Lot of things. For me, the idea of success is not becoming an actor. My comfort zone came. I was struggling to find a job, find an identity, to be known for what I am thinking, what I am perceiving, my way of looking at things, what I bring it to the table. The feeling of comfort came after I did Iruvar and then Gilli. At that point of time, when people started accepting that this guy is bringing, it's not the acting talent which I am bringing, the person who sees things, who perceives things, his experience, when they start giving respect for that and they're ready to take, and that you give something which you surprise them and you surprise yourself, the way you understand him, that is when I got my feel of success.
Yeah.
That now they're seeing me. Hits, flops, that film, this film doesn't bother me anymore. For me is I have arrived, because my way of thinking. After that is the struggle. In the sense, when I suppose Vijay is there, when he is there, when I see them doing a performance, like when I see people, and I see people here everywhere. Like for example, I have seen him once when I was doing a film and he was one small actor. And among them, I saw his stance. It was not arrogant, it was silent. And I remember calling him and saying, I was known star then, saying that with this attitude you'll reach somewhere. Because I see that person
told him
Vijay. I told him that. When I see Arvind, it is not the acting, it is the person he is. It's sort of books, it's sort of inputs he has in life. Whether it is Sidhu, who has got a very crazy way. He's too young to me. But when I'm shooting with him, when he directs the script he is writing, the way he thinks, the conversations, there is one streak in that person. This person I've seen is so much of film I like. But I see the eyes, Mukundan also. All of us are actually individuals. We are in the profession called cinema. He is different, he is different, he is different, he is different. The world has accepted what we bring on the table with our perceptions, with what we love. And the only idea of constant success that has not turned into arrogance. I think all of us are still unsure when I go to the sets. I am really afraid. Until the dubbing is over, I am worried about the film.
Yeah.
I'm constantly thinking, even during the dubbing, I am trying to change something with the voice. Because after that, it's not in my hand. And I get immense joy when people like Priyadarshan or some director calls middle of the night. Are you telling me where to edit? Because I would have lingered. And there are certain films when after seeing the edit says, Prakash, I did not observe you did this. Now we see the magic. For me, it is okay. I just want to document. But that comes only when we as thinkers, because we are not we can't be spoon-fed. And once we get the name, there is expectation.
Yeah.
There is a trust in the director, in the cameraman, everybody, he'll do something. I think most of us, if you have observed, even our lightmen want to look at you, though they are in the profession. Because they zero in actors, they want to see how that actor acts. Because they have seen so many actors. I think the feeling of success or feeling of comfort comes when you get the confidence that, now you can say it the way you want. The freedom you get it, that is success.
Yeah.
That's success.
That's
And when you become rich within, then you can manipulate, you can handle failures, dull moments. So I don't go. There are my own assistants are suddenly 3 big stars are not working with 3 big stars. I said, so what? Next year they'll come. The film will come. Until and unless you are needed, because now you are very confident that at some point you will win. And sometimes I also enjoy seeing films like Atom and so many things. I love becoming an audience also.
Yeah.
It's high time I become an audience too. So when you reach that stage is where you get that, okay, I have arrived. Because finally in life you have to arrive. You can't arrive for somebody's perception of success. There should be happiness here. There should be a feeling of, yes, I am relevant. So I think every actor's point is he relevant?
Yeah.
Once you reach that space that you are relevant, then everything is ease.
This is lovely because obviously I haven't talked to you that much or you that much or you that much. But when I talk to you, for instance, or when I talk to you, I feel like it's not just about a film or acting. Yes. I'm also learning a lot about life.
And one more, see, people like Vijay Sethupathi or him, he did whenever, the sort of roles he does, or the sort of roles Harth Fazil does. See, every actor who comes to the industry, when they are ready to experiment, not afraid, you're seeing more films coming in.
Yeah.
The different films coming in, different filmmakers having a choice. Let us be very honest, some artists suddenly want one story, 5 actors want it, 5 stars want it. But these guys are breaking it. There's so much of things coming. This comes only when you're confident, when you arrived, when you're strong enough to take a risk, believe in it.
Yeah. You had a very, very interesting year. So you began January with Sriram Raghavan's Merry Christmas. Then middle of the year you have Nithilan's Maharaja, which becomes a big hit. And then you have end the year in December with Vidudalai Part 2, which is which is all about you now, because this is the character that takes over. I want to know, as much as every character is different, every director is different, all that is there. But was there any one particular role that you said, this one was the most difficult for me?
No, sir. Everything is equal only, sir. Because I don't think so. Because every time, whenever standing in front of the camera, what we are going to do something interesting. So they give the scene, no. So this is the choreo, this is the staging. Sometimes you feel like change the staging. Sometimes you do something, no. Try to understand the rhythm of a scene to make it more interesting. So I'm not a person. I read my dialogues and get ready, but I go there, and I also want to participate in the staging.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to see it and how the staging is working out, whether the rhythm is there or not. So I want to have it, I want to understand it. So everything is, it is not that if you have bigger dialogue means I have to prepare it properly, that's all. But performing it is always an equal for every scene.
Right.
Sometimes doing and nothing, just observing in a scene is very difficult. If they close up, if they come and keep a close up, no, I'm very nervous. So I say, suppose if the scene is like this, I'll say keep a camera for me. Don't take me last. I can't give this separate expressions, which is very difficult for me. Which I can't do that.
One particular thing I have never seen you do before is dance.
Sometimes-
and Merry Christmas had a very interesting kind of.
No, it's actually what happened, sir. That time dance master came. I said, yeah, we have that. So random. It's like a random dance only. So I said, yeah, I saw that. There is one song, Devan Sarka, X song, is Koya Koya Chand, I think so. There is one song, he goes like this. So I saw that moment, I said, I like this moment, give this moment from me. So then it has to be very non-sync and everything. Katrina is a great dancer, so
Point is, instead of steps, this is, see me dancing.
that's all. And she has to start somewhere. It is like that, but it has this choreographed, but it was like
Freestyle.
It should look natural.
because when I went to in the industry, I like to watch the films from the roots. So I started watching old songs and old actors, and then I started enjoying those musics, and then so that I can be familiar with that language and sound and emotions people know. So that helps me a lot to understand more, because I always found that time it was any language. Be it Tamil or Hindi, the root is there mostly. So I try to understand from there, and then.
Lovely. That's a very nice, interesting way to. I've not heard this before. Yeah.
Get familiar with the sound.
With the sound. Yeah. Have you, thought about that?
I have thought about it. I feel like if I'm doing anything in a certain period or a region, usually music and videos from that era or real footage and stuff like that really helps. And I didn't know Vijay sir didn't do much dance in his career, because he's had such a lavish career. I was surprised. I didn't know that, sir. You've not danced.
No, but
you
he's also
don't know
done
to
very
dance, what to
unusual
do?
roles, like even though he's the lead.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of his work.
Yeah.
Sir, there is one song is there, sir. Akka Kalangatappa, I dance.
Yeah.
That we started in the morning. It is my own step, sir. It is.
I did the
Master
same
was-
in Janeja. It was my only time you see me dance.
Whenever there is a dance, I'm always afraid. There is
Very scared.
dance is there, but most of films there is no dances there, sir. So I feel very shy.
My wife, being a choreographer, says dance.
I think I should.
I dance. She says, is this dance? I said, I'm dancing with it. Body is not cooperating. What to do? I'm actually
Same
dancing. Like a
similarity.
bathroom singer. I'm singing. You are here not hearing it.
But
But it's the spirit of the thing only. It's not about whether you do the steps right. I mean, that's different.
I wanted to know how that thing happened. Like
it just happens.
You were saying something.
I share similarity. I feel like here's a gentleman who's played in Super Deluxe, such a bold, beautiful portrayal, and yet he's shy about dancing, which I feel is a very interesting personality trait. I happen to be very, very embarrassed of dancing in front of people. I can do it. I do it a lot with my friends and stuff. But in front of strangers, I find it very embarrassing. In front of camera, I can't. I would prefer dying. So when Janeja happened and there was a scene with Kareena in which I was not supposed to dance my character, but they put me in a place and they said, you dance on the stage. I'm like, I'm playing a police officer. So I came with all the logical excuses that I could find, but they convinced me eventually. Kareena said, come and dance. I said, okay.
I think it's a thing. Like suppose, for example, if he gets a role
Yeah, I mean,
of a dancer,
Then
he will
probably.
dance
yeah, same it.
very comfortably. It's just that I'm out of character when I'm dancing for the character. Sometimes suddenly I'm supposed to be in one character and then suddenly I'm starting. I can't relate to that.
No, I've been waiting for somebody to write a dance film for me.
Yeah, suppose
Yes,
as a
a passion.
character, if you're a dancer,
Then we love- we love-
you'll love to dance. You'll love to dance.
Maybe.
You know, when you come to set, right, I know you could have had a financial problem, maybe you had a, you know, fight with your partner or something, maybe something you saw read in the newspaper or, you know, watched the news is disturbing or something like that. You know, it's, you come in with a lot of it, like stuff. But then when you're on set, what is expected, or at least what are people outside the acting profession think is an actor blanks out and does the role or kind of thing. A, is that blanking out really possible? And B, if yes, how do you do it?
I think, yeah, I do blank out, you know, once I'm there, I have to do the shot, then I do, I don't think I do it consciously, but I think I just forget about everything
All the
else
other things just...
that's happening. Yeah, they just, I don't think you blank out about everything else, but I think they all go sit in the back burner, like, you know, and the dialogue or the scene or the lens or the camera movement, whatever, you're just in sync with whatever's happening.
Yeah.
I think it happens and I don't know how to do it because it is something that happens to me.
Yeah.
I don't do it
Yeah.
consciously.
It's not a process.
It's not a process. For me, I just forget whatever is happening. I just go with it.
Yeah. And how do you do this?
Yeah, I got blank during shooting for this series called The Hard, which is a series with Sonakshi Sinha and everybody else.
Sorry.
So the most important scene where the entire cast is there, all police officers, everybody, and a big, matlab, if you're reading 8 episodes, you're like, as an actor, you're thinking this is the scene. Like, I want to nail this scene. It's the most dramatic scene. That night I blanked out. I couldn't, I was fumbling, I couldn't get my line straight, and I tried everything. I tried taking 5 minutes break. I wasn't smoking at that time. I said, let me just smoke. I smoked also. And then people started saying, makeup artist said, you want to just, you know, go easy, go slow. So everything collapsed, you know. And it can happen at any stage in your career. It's happened to me on stage as well. But that night I just figured I tried everything, it's not happening tonight. So I went to the director, I said, please, I think I've got the emotion right. I'm not able to say the dialogues right. Can I come and dub for this scene? Because I feel like the emotions I've understood and I'm there. I asked her if the emotions are there. She's like, emotionally you're there, but sometimes you're fucking my lines. So I said, so then eventually I dub for the scene and you can't tell. So sometimes it happens.
Yeah.
And earlier I used to get very affected if I'm making a mistake, but I don't get affected anymore because I feel like I'm not a machine. I'm not supposed to, you know, churn out the same result for everything. I'm supposed to, some days, you know, this machine will not work as it's supposed to be. So I don't beat myself up for it anymore.
You know what? I asked a different version
I
of
know,
blanking
no.
out,
Okay.
but this is fascinating. I'm actually glad that you did this. So it's fantastic that he said that.
For me, see, I'm a very aware person of what's happening around. A lot of things disturb me, a lot of things make me happy. I don't show it on screen because I think I can do two layering. I don't have to black out, forget something and do this because I know I'm here. So I'll postpone it for that moment, this thought process, but I'll go back to it because mind, I think, constantly can multitask. It's not that acting that you blank out and you're all involved in that role. No. It is, mind is capable. Human life is multitasking constantly, and human beings are capable of multitasking. This is this, that is that. And I just see that it's not seen there. I don't show it there on screen or show it on the people around me because that is something which I'm going through and I have to negotiate with it.
Right.
So I don't blank out, whether it is anything which is disturbing outside, a personal tragedy or whatever it is. There is a commitment, I have to do it. Rather, I would not go to the set and cancel my shoot because I'm very disturbed. But if I'm going there, it is in me, but I'll do that job.
Yeah. You know, what do you think of that? Because he just said that we are all multitaskers. But
No,
then
we
there's
multitask.
always this movement that says, no, do one thing at a time, or, you know, learn to simplify your life or whatever it is. What is it?
Like I would say, if you call yourself a professional, that is what is expected of you,
Yeah.
irrespective of your mood and all that. I can't say, oh, that scene actually I would have been more, I should have been, more funny, but then I had a fight with somebody at home or something. That doesn't make a difference.
Yeah.
Nobody's bothered about what you have outside.
Yeah.
As a professional, you come in and you do. When
That's easy, right? But the point is, how do you do it? This is what I'm trying to, do you meditate for 5 minutes?
No, nothing like that. Work is like, in a sense, meditation. You tell yourself you have to focus on this. It's like playing any sport, right? You're playing, let's say I have a game of whatever, tennis or whatever it is that you're playing. I have a match. What are you going to say? I have something, nothing like that. You focus on the ball. You figure out what you want to focus on. I focus on the lines. I focus on the people. I shut something out. I focus on the tennis ball so that I can keep focusing on the ball to hit. Something you tell yourself, bring yourself back into focusing on something. So, it's like studying for something, for an exam. Focus on it.
Mind is like that, no? Like, now I have listened to this has impacted me, then I'm doing something else. Subconsciously, it will continue to grow. You cannot say, this experience, I'll stop it here, I'll do this one at a time, then I'll pick that up. No. It is a layer of continuous process. A friendship, a relationship, one fellow is irritating. Suddenly we have found somebody interesting, he has said something very beautiful other than this. It goes in and it starts churning. But you're doing this job, but instantly it's still working.
Yeah.
There's so many lines which work in a human mind.
Yeah. So I did one very short 10-minute film during COVID. The last day, I had just a few shots left.
Is this the one you directed or?
No.
Ah.
There's another one that I did.
The one with the...
Which got the Mami Festival, they got
Yeah.
10-minute.
Yeah.
So, just for fun, we did it. It was a committed shoot. Obviously, it's very low budget because 10 minutes, whatever it is. The last day, just the last half an hour of shoot was left, and I got a call saying someone very, very close to me passed away. I'm talking about close means like someone who was like my guru, my guide, whatever it is. From childhood, he passed away. But I had to finish that half an hour of shoot. So when I see that film, I know what I was going through in my mind, but what I was acting there. Yes. Right.
Yeah.
Even like, for example, when we worked in Bombay, I just came from a double tragedy. Both my parents had passed away. But there are comedy sequences, there are funny sequences, you do it. It's not like you can't say, I don't want to think about my mother or my father. Yeah, it's there.
It is there.
But for that moment, you get distracted. No?
Yeah, but you also, I remember you were saying this that, I think it was an interview, you said that one of the things that Bombay helped you was to put that away.
Yeah,
You had to put
because there are moments of time when you're forcing yourself not to think about something.
Yeah.
True. In fact, it helps at times when you're on set and something else is happening. It doesn't blank out this, it blanks out that.
Yeah.
That you're here and you're doing your scene and everything else, and you stop thinking about it for a bit. And I think once you stop overthinking about it, then you take a break from it, and then it can actually be solved if there is a problem.
That's why sport is a big thing. I really believe in that.
love
If I go play like pickleball now, I'm playing regular. So if I play like that 1 hour or 2 hours in the evening, I don't think about anything else except what's happening in the court.
Yeah.
Right? So that is very important for your mind to not think about things. Otherwise, my mind, I'm always thinking of something, some idea, something about work, something, whatever it is. Right?
I told you I'd ask you about that tea question, right? So you said you're making tea, but before this, we were just chatting and you said you learned how to make parotas. How was that experience? Like learning to do something?
That's so nice, sir.
Yeah.
So cute it is.
So now if you can actually make parotas for people.
Yes, sir. I can make, sir.
And this is the film that can we name
Yeah,
the
with
film?
Pandya, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. So for Pandya, just film.
Yeah, I put a parota setup in my office, so I make. So I tried a few new recipes also.
2 months he was practicing.
2 months, yes, I was practicing. So one day I put watermelon instead of water. That was little okay.
He didn't give me.
Then one day I put pineapple, but I couldn't make it. Pineapple. Then I tried to figure out new paratha flavors for my film, so that
Pineapple flavored parota.
pineapple, then it failed it is. Then we put. Then after we make kottu paratha, then I fried little bit of pineapple. Then I put it there. It was a little bit yummy. That taste matches. So I keep exploring it. So
What is the best flavor you landed up with?
sir, we made paratha pongal, sir. It was so nice.
Right.
In one shot, what happened? me and Nitya were making kutha parota. So we put salna, kutha parota, shortcut, different angles, different type. Will keep it become like a pongal, sir. Then I told my art department, there was a master was there. I told him to buy. There was a shop was opening there opposite side. Get me a ghee and then
Cashew nut.
cashew nuts, fried it, pepper, fried it, and like a general pongal, make it and put it there. It was so yummy. So we thought, okay, we found it parota pongal.
Parota pongal.
And then one day we make coffee dosa. It was very nice. There is one 3-in-1, no, that powder. Coffee dosa. It was so yummy. 3-in-1 powder, milk and then sugar and coffee was there. So I made dosa. So I take that sachet. It comes in a one coffee you can make. So I put that over. It was so nice. Flavor of coffee and little sugar is there. That was nice. So I tried to connect the taste and combination. So
He's really enjoying his work. See, that's the thing. You know, you're.
No, sir, I really enjoying food, sir.
I enjoy it. That's why I did the
I'm just thinking of those people around him who
Sir,
have to say it's yummy.
this man cooks poondu kolambu very well, sir. Vatta kolambu, poondu kolambu. He is very good in cooking, sir. And he loved to, in set he makes. And he loved to serve people. He's a great cook.
Kanjivaram, when we were shooting climax, such a painful scene. I was making biryani on the sets.
You make paratha.
Oh, wow.
So make a curry.
He said, one more shot. I said, wait, yeah, my onion is
Yes,
frying.
yes.
Then come and I said, you are making people
Is
cry
this
and
the scene
making
where
people...
you're trying to pull the sari this side and that side?
It
Oh
was
my
just,
God.
it was just marinating mine.
Wow. Now I'll never see the same way again. Because it's a horrifying scene.
I
you know,
love
like,
food. Yeah.
And you're making biryani right there. Nice. You were going to say something, sir.
I remember.
He knows about
It's a
my
long
food.
time Unni didn't say anything, sir.
Sorry.
I'm just enjoying the. So by that, what happens is that every response kind of helps me build. Okay, this is how it is. So my thing regarding going blank, if I can say that, I mean, my sense of insecurity has kept me very alert over the period of time. My personal life has never affected my on duty experience, because somewhere down the line, I've like sir said, it has. I've performed, I've got a call, and I've been yelling at people and going back and doing my thing. And just the fact that the confidence level, he said, like the sense of security, what I felt is that exactly what sir meant is the day I felt I'm confident enough to be here, I'm good enough to be handling my stuff, multitasking comes very naturally to me. When all of that started happening and I was getting a sense of control over my area of work, nothing started actually affecting me. I was able to switch off, go talk to my parents, come back, hear them out, talk to my friends, come back, control the production problems. Since I became a producer, I was able to solve money matters, all of that. I started to know that though I'm in a space where it is all about art, but this eventual business part kind of controls this industry in a different manner. I think the stature that an actor goes through, I'm pretty sure that not every actor will be allowed to go have some time in the cooking part and come back, because the dynamics of the market kind of doesn't allow you. It is what you bring to the table will definitely give you those perks. I was never in a position to even move out if mentally. Since I worked with Mammookal, Alsar and all, for me it was just, okay, now I have to be alert 24/7. So enjoying the process was never, because I wanted to do a lot of things. But because, so there is no designation as such, but then the market forces kind of tells you that right now you're not supposed to enjoy the work, be here. So after a certain point, you get that sense of control. So good films in terms of commercially successful films are the only factor that has allowed me to feel relieved sometimes. So outside work has never affected. It's just that this is the process I felt that helped me sometimes.
But after Mallikapuram and now, of course, Marco, has that insecurity become
No,
less?
sir. The insecurity will never go, is what I understand. I'm just relieved. I'm always relieved at the end of the day. Because Marco being an A-certified film, December 20th it was releasing. December 19th I felt everything I said and everything I did was wrong. So I was panicking, and I everything regarding a film that goes into A certification looked bad to me, and somehow it all felt good. I mean, felt right. People started enjoying it and talking about it. for me, it's just a process that I enjoyed. Filmmaking is something that really keeps me going, and that's why all the stress related to filmmaking and all the number talks and all of that. Now gradually my name is being pushed into the fact that I had a decent kind of opening, I did that, and suddenly all the artistic elements of a filmmaking is sidelined by numbers. I'm sure all of us would have felt that, because at one point I wanted to be a particular aspect of my work to be discussed, but just the fact that the movie looks very stylized, this was the only, for that to happen a lot of effort was taken. So I feel certain kind of cinema is discussed in a certain manner, and certain kind of cinema is discussed in a very artistic manner. For me, commercial cinemas are very artistically done. Nothing goes out of script. Everything is scripted. For me, that was a challenge. Okay, you have a plan ready, and now you have to execute it. Execution to an extent that the other person who watches the film really enjoys it. Only then so spontaneity kind of takes a back seat, because when you want to do things in a certain scripted manner, you have to get it right. So it's like a plan that has been sketched by the director. Now everybody works in tandem to get it done. So at the end of the day, when business takes over, you just previous day to the release, you feel, what if the plan goes wrong? And those kind of stress me out. But otherwise,
But that stress is common for everybody, no?
yes, sir.
That stress is common.
Yes, sir. Yes.
See, whatever films, whatever hits we give, but that butterfly is always
Butterfly is there,
yeah, it is always there.
Before Maharaja, before Viduthala.
Every time it happens, and then I don't know whether I have understood it properly or not, but out of whoever we work with and whatever it may be stars, it may. But enjoying in the set, no. It doesn't need any stardom. That's what that's what I'm saying. Hey, enjoying in the set. See, if I'm working with you or him or anybody or even if it is Rajini sir also, I worked with Rajini sir, Vijay sir, or Shah Rukh sir, any big stars, and Prakash as I worked with Arun sir. So even I respect them a lot, but I enjoy watching them. I enjoy being there.
That's my shortcoming as an individual, because when you get overwhelmed, respect.
That was a shortcut. But you should come out of that.
Yes, sir.
That's a shortcoming.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
There's nothing to enjoy. There is no big small.
Yeah. Because
sometimes when you it's very difficult to bisect the star.
Suppose you respect somebody, sir. Say, some great actor, some ABC. I'm not advising you, sir. I'm just clearing my doubts. It's not you. Suppose if he is next to your home, maybe first for 1 week you get exit. But after that, everything is like, he's your neighbor. He's your neighbor, no? Same way when we go to set, see, when I see first time Rajini sir, anybody, Kamal sir also, anybody, first time, maybe that is there. But next, once a scene comes to you, what you brings to the table and what I'm bringing, that is what it is, no?
Yes, sir. Not during the act. What I'm saying, once you're done with your lines, when I perform with any actor, I'm very confident on it. When I'm out of the space when you're...
Sir, I ran away from the set, sir.
That's why I thought I will try to do that.
I see a lot of youngsters doing that. So I tell them one more, sir, and they're very shy. I said, only okay takes get Oscar, okay? Don't worry. Give the okay take.
Yeah.
So I just try to, as he does, I do on the sets. Talk to everybody. Because going and trying to, antagonize
a lot of things,
people,
sir. It's again a personality trait.
Sir,
when you're a too shy person.
Sir, I also can't go and sit in front of the monitor, sir. I never go and discuss with my director, sir. Only if there is a scene, I discuss with them. Otherwise, I never talk to my director, because I'm very shy to go sit there next to him and always discuss something which is very difficult for me. My team, my assistants, will sit 1 kilometer away from the director, sir. Somewhere we sit, we put... I talk to my assistants. That's a separate.
But I think it's a complex thing. There's rule books.
It's a process.
It's a process. I mean, over a period of time, it happens. And this is something very initial phase of my career. Now, if I come down, once it starts, like I said, just the confidence level. I think the stardom thing is all about the kind of confidence that you have gained over a period of time. Now it feels much easier. So I look back, I say, why did I screw myself that much for a thing as simple as that? So I think,
So slowly, sir.
See, for example, just now, he asked for a cup of black coffee. It's going on, he said, a glass of water and a black coffee. Me, I had to ask for a coffee. I am doing 25 signs. Okay. I'm doing all of this so it's a thing, you know. You get to a point where you don't give a shit anymore.
It is not in that way, sir.
I know. Of course, I'm just
There's
saying it on a
nothing
lighter
wrong
note.
in asking for a coffee.
Of course not.
It's a basic need.
I
and
know.
anybody
I'm
else.
just saying that, you know, it's just.
Sir, I do the same thing what you do, sir. I'm with you only. But I'm just telling to myself, yeah, nothing wrong to ask coffee. I also want a coffee.
I know. Absolutely. And then I just saw him. I took 3 minutes to ask for a coffee. He just asked. And I'm like, why was I shitting bricks to do it? Why was I getting so complex to ask for a cup of coffee?
It's like how he came out from the flight.
Yeah.
Same.
Absolutely. Sir, even on set, no, 12:30 the time is, they say shot ready, he'll say break. He'll say, like, no, shot is ready, he'll say break. And then they'll be like, oh, sir needs break. he won't, 4:30 also, he's like, sir, shot ready, pack up. He said, no, sir, one more shot. Why? And then he'll ask, why your film is releasing tomorrow? At 4:30, he'll say, pack up. They'll say, no, sir, next shot. Why film is releasing tomorrow? Slowly you make. No, fast.
I like that little reactions.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I've been seeing it when I was doing it.
Shot ready,
That time also he was playing like that only. In
Leela.
Lee also he was. He was he was very sweet as sir. Romba cool. It was so cold. It's a night shoot, rain effect. We were no hero friends only. So it was. So sir, hot water comes to sir. So and he asked his assistant to give it to everybody. We are almost 11 people. That you know, the Visuru word Tripangala.
Yeah, but I think, Unni bro, I don't think we should compare ourselves with him because he's a king of enjoying life. He's a king of doing it. No matter where he is, he's doing that constantly.
Having said all of this, I can still see. We have heard all of that, but I still. If Mamuka walks in, I'll be going like this.
Yeah, absolutely.
End of the story.
Yeah, I don't think even you're doing it. Your legs are doing it.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I mean, you get so overwhelmed.
True.
But I think gradually, over a period of time, it'll all be should be fine.
We'll find out.
Actually, one thing I want to.
It's very interesting and inspiring to hear this, you know. I've always been fascinated by how simple he makes everything look, even the conversation, his performances, makes it simple for you to understand. Like how Vijay sir was saying, how Prakash sir makes it very simple for me to understand the information. So I think this process, this information and this exchange is very beautiful.
Beautiful.
Right. So,
One thing you talk about multitasking, right? I want to tell you that even acting is multitasking. It's not about multitasking, acting and something else. Even when you're acting, you're remembering your lines, you're reacting to the other person, you're deciding on when to pause, whatever. You're also thinking of the camera, you're also thinking of the lights.
where to stand? And
It is multitasking. How you move, that itself is multitasking. That one activity itself is so much
Or
multitasking.
suppose if your co-actor misses some dialogues or you miss some dialogue, you have to manage. Sometimes
You have to
manage.
say it to yourself
And then
in your
what I
head.
say,
and then
some actors want to override. I said, no, we have come here to make the scene work.
Correct.
So it is, if somebody is letting it is like a relay race. No, 4 people running a relay, you will have to add to the scene. There is no point in winning over one actor and say, I did well in that scene. It doesn't work. The scene works, film works. Film works, you get job.
Yeah, that's all.
Otherwise, no. So it's a very beautiful way, you know. But some commercial films, I'm saying, one hero says, I'll dub only after I've dubbed. I said, I'm requesting him, you finish dub it off so that it's not arrogance, but I can come down. Because I want the film to work, the scene to work, not on you. So this is constant multitasking and the trust, no, that he may spoil the scene, he may take away. I'll have to manage it, I'll have to give it to him, I have to give the right expression to him. So this is actually a beautiful space of all coming together and being aware of so many factors. Light, position, taking, trolley,
Camera movement,
pause, edit, everything.
cinema was the actors that he worked with. Because he...
Sir,
Sorry, you just ask.
One small break, can we take 10 minutes, 5 minutes?
You want to take a final break?
Doctor sir
you
just called us.
Come back.
You guys talk, we'll just be back.
5 minutes, we'll take a break.
Doctor called me.
Everyone take a small break.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, start from there.
Because doctors called us to have a cigarette.
Yes, you want to have a smoke, so go.
Sorry.
GT Holidays, South India's #1 travel brand, presents the Galatta Plus Mega Pan India Actors Roundtable 2025. Powered by Q&Q Pharmacy, quality healthcare at affordable price, Namma Family Group, Kanavugal Nireverumidam, and Anuj Styles. Ragagal Palavidam Ovondrum Ulagattaram. Associate sponsors, Darling 2025 New Year deals, latest smartphones at lowest EMI, and Jensen & Nicholson Paints, Italian designer finishes from Jensen and Nicholson Paints. Hospitality partner, Somerset Green West Chennai at Broken Bridge Cafe.